Last month, a guy paid full sticker price on a car that had been on the dealer's lot for 73 days. The dealer pocketed an additional $4,000 in profit, and the guy had no idea that he could have paid thousands of dollars less. And today, I'm making sure that never happens to you. And there's one thing that you can check on your phone in about 30 seconds that dealers pray that you never find out about. I'll show you exactly what that is right after this. So why right now? Why are dealers more desperate than they've been in years? Well, here's something that they will never tell you. That they don't own any of the cars that are on their lot. They borrow money from a bank to stock it into their inventory. And they pay interest on every car that doesn't sell. We're talking $18, $25, sometimes $45 a day. And that's per car, sitting there, bleeding money. And after COVID, dealers had all the power. Inventory was gone and customers were begging to buy. And dealers were charging $5,000, $10,000 over sticker like it was nothing. Well, that is over. Inventory is back, lots are overflowing, and manufacturers are still shipping. And dealers are stuck paying that inventory cost every day that car doesn't move. And a car that sits for 90 days, that's $2,000 in holding costs even before the first test drive. They are desperate to sell and they need volume. And that desperation right there, that is your weapon. And most people walk into a dealership and hand over that power in the first 60 seconds. And that's without even knowing it. Now here's how to walk in holding all the cards. So the first step is to find out exactly what invoice is on the car that you're looking at. Now let's assume that you're looking at new cars. But find out what invoice is. That's close to the dealer's cost on the car, not MSRP. And you can do that by going either onto ChatGPT, you can go to websites like Edmunds or Car Edge and find out exactly what that cost is. That's going to be the bottom. That's going to be your anchor. Every negotiation is going to start there. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to want to find out exactly how long that car has been on the lot. So pull the VIN number from the dealership's website and paste it into Carfax, or there's a number of different ways. You could even ask the salesman, how long has the car been sitting on the lot? And watch their expression. Watch their expression, because if they hesitate, it's probably been there for a while. 60 days, serious leverage. 90 days, now we really have something to talk about. That car is costing them money every day they wake up. And if you skip these two steps, you're going to be negotiating blind. Do them and you walk in knowing more than they think you do. And that changes everything. You're in the door and the first question they're going to ask you, if you answer it, it takes all your power away. And here's the one line that shuts it down completely. So the moment you sit down, they ask, so what kind of monthly payment were you looking for? Do not answer this question. Monthly payments are how the dealers control you. They stretch the loan, they bury the fees, they include all kinds of stuff that you may or may not want. Extended warranties, paint and fabric protection, you know the game. They can stretch the loan out and keep the price high. And they make it look affordable. You lose track of exactly what you're paying for. Instead, say this: I'm focused on the out-the-door price. Everything included, taxes, fees, everything. What's your best number? Now again, going off script a little bit here. You never ever want to ask for a discount. You want to tell them what you will pay, but you need to get a baseline of where they're going to hit you at. Then you want to stop talking and be totally quiet. Silence is uncomfortable for salesmen, so they're trained to fill it in. And sometimes they're going to come back, fill it in with a better offer. When they come back with a number, you just nod. You don't have no expression. You just nod and say, well, is that kind of the best that you can do? And that signals that you're not completely sold. Without being aggressive, this works every time. And if this is already saving you money, please hit like and subscribe. There's a lot more information coming. Now, this is the phone move. This is what I talked about in the beginning. At some point in the negotiation, you need to pull your phone out and look at it. Say, well, I just need to check and see what the other dealer was going to give me. You don't even need to have anything on your phone at that point. But that one gesture shows that there's competition. Dealers will cut any kind of margin they have so that they don't lose to a competitor. And here's the timing secret that almost nobody uses. See, dealerships have quotas. The last 3 days of the month, I know as a sales manager, I was looking at ways to capture any deal that we could possibly make because I had a sales quota that I had to meet. And we were staring at a number that we needed to hit to make our bonus. And deals were made in that last 3 days of the month that would not have happened in that first week of the month. So if you time your visit to the end of the month, that one strategy could save you $1,000 or more. And here's where most people blow the whole thing. The salesman says that they can't go any lower. Most buyers believe them. The ones that know this next move don't. So when they say that, well, this is the absolute best that we can do, just nod and say, well, you know what? I'm going to have to go home and think this over. And stand up. No drama, no ultimatum. Just get up and start making your way to the door. You shake hands and you thank them for their time. And here's what happens next. In most cases, they're going to reach you before you even get to your car door. And they're going to say, hold on, let me see what I can do. And right there, that's where thousands of dollars oftentimes get given up because the dealership, they're desperate to make a deal. And right there, that could be thousands of dollars. Let them make another offer. And you don't have anything to say except for, hey, what's the next number? And if they let you walk, you were either genuinely below their floor or you were making a totally ridiculous offer. So just make sure that you don't do that. By the way, if you make this is why I wanted you to get the information at the beginning of this video, how much, the cost of the car was. If you make a ridiculous offer on that car, everything that you say after that, they will not listen to. You lose all credibility. So you need to be aware of that. You need to be very careful and calculated whenever you do make an offer. And a lot of times what happens is you're going to go home and within 24 hours, they're going to call you and they're going to either meet your offer where you wanted to be or be pretty close. Either way, you win. And the walk away only works if you truly are willing to walk away. And you know that number before you go in. So just be ready to leave without the car. Dealers can sense desperation like sharks can smell blood. Calm detachment, that's your armor. And for most people, they don't think about this last room you're going to go into. And that there is a second negotiation. And this is where dealerships make literally thousands of dollars. And this is after you've shaken hands on the price. So don't skip this. So you shook hands, you're feeling good. Then you walk into a different office, the finance office. And you're going to meet the finance manager. And this person is not your friend that's going to finalize the paperwork. This is a highly trained salesman whose entire job is to sell you products and services that you may or may not want. And the prices of these products that you probably would never agree to if they fully disclose them to you. Extended warranties, paint and fabric protection, gap insurance, wheel and tire protection. I've seen customers walk out of the F&I office adding $3,500 to the price of their car without even blinking. They rolled it into the loan like it felt like nothing. By the time they realized, they paid $4,800 for it with interest. So here's your one move. And to keep it really as simple as possible, when you go into the finance and insurance office to sign your final paperwork, you say no to everything. And if you want gap insurance, go to your own insurance company. It's going to be basically the same type of coverage, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. Same product at a fraction of the price. And the deal does not end when you shake hands. It ends when you leave the finance office. So you have to remember, be sharp. So there's 6 moves, and they cost you nothing, but they can save you everything. Know your invoice cost, know the days on the lot, come at the end of the month, anchor the out the door price, use silence and walk away if you have to. And don't let the finance and insurance office undo everything that you've won. Hey, if there's anybody out there that has purchased a car recently, do me a favor, go down in the comments and leave me some feedback on the dealership that you did business with. And if there's anybody out there that's in the market for a new or used car and you want my professional advice, go down in the description. There's a link for a one-on-one Zoom consultation meeting with me. Or better yet, just click the QR code that's up on the screen right here. It's my goal to save you as much time and money as possible. And last month alone, I saved one client over $1,384 by just having an hour sit-down meeting with me. I know it works, and I know I can help. So look, it basically comes down to this. It's not that these car dealers, that they're sinister and that they're trying to take advantage of you, but it's part of a system. They're designed to be run this way. I live most of my life in these places, and I'm telling you that if you do a little bit of homework ahead of time, you can save yourself a lot of frustration and you can save thousands. So now that you know a little bit more about how everything works, you need to watch this next video. This is about some of the tactics that the guys in these stores do that they wish that you did not know about. So until next time, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you like the content, if you like what this channel is bringing you, please consider becoming a member. It would be a big help to me and a big help to the channel. So we're going to catch you on the next one, and goodbye.